Good day, pupils. How are you doing? I believe you are all doing fine and staying safe. My name is Grace Ahabuike from Sleek Angels International School. I'm a primary 4 teacher and I'll be teaching you mathematics today. And our topic for today is ratio. Please, I'd like you to quickly get your writing materials and your rough book so we can start. All right. Ratio is a number representing a comparison between two quantities. Ratio is a number representing a comparison between two quantities. And ratio is related to fraction in some ways. Ratio is related to fraction in some ways. You'll get to know that in the course of this class. I have here 4 markers on my left hand and 2 pencils. If I'm to describe what I have in my hand, I'll be describing it in ratio as 2 pencils is to 4 markers. 2 pencils is to 4 markers. And in this box, we have 4 mangoes, and this other box, we have 6 oranges. If I'm to say the ratio of mangoes to oranges, I'll be saying the ratio of mangoes to oranges is 4 is to 6. And the ratio of oranges to mangoes is 6 is to 4. Ratio can be written in 2 ways. Number 1 is column notation, and this sign here or symbol represents a column. And an example of ratio written as a column notation is 5:10. And secondly, ratio can be written as a fraction notation. An example is 5/10. And I'm sure we all know that this line here signifies division. All right, next we'll be learning how to do simple calculations on ratio. The first instruction here says, write the ratio below in its simplest form. Write the ratio below in its simplest form. And the first question is ratio 15 to 24. 15 to 24. I mentioned earlier that ratio is related to fraction. That also means that we can write our ratio in form of a fraction and simplify. All right. So, writing our ratio as a fraction, we'll write down 15/24. And the question says, in its simplest form. In its simplest form means we should reduce the fraction to its lowest term. And to reduce a fraction, the fraction here is 15/24. To reduce 15/24 to its lowest term, we will be using a single number to divide 15, and we're dividing 15 and 24 by a single number. What single number can be divided by 15 and 24? I think 3. 15 divided by 3 is equals to 5. And 24 divided by 3 is 8. There's no other single number that can be divided by 5 and by 8 except 1. So we leave our answer as 5 over 8 because that's the simplest form of this fraction. There's nothing further we can do to this fraction. So that's our answer. Second question here says ratio 14 to 42. Ratio 14 to 42. Over 42 can be divided by what single number? 14 over 42 can be divided by what single number? We can start with 2. 14 over 42 divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 42 divided by 2 is 21. If you look at what we have here, 7 over 21, it can be simplified further. And that can be, and the number that can divide 7 and 21 is 7. 7 divided by 7 and 21 divided by 7 is 3. That is the simplest form of 14 to 42. The simplest form of 14 to 42 is equals to 1 over 3. Next, we go to be expressing these quantities as fractions in the lowest term. Express these quantities as fractions in the lowest term. Number 1. 72 boys to 56 girls. 72 boys to 56 girls. We also write our ratio in fraction form before we reduce it to the lowest term. 72 over 56. 72 over 56. 72 and 56 can be divided by what number? 72 and 56 can be divided by what single number? There are so many numbers that 72 and 56 can be divided by, and one of them is 8. 72 divided by 8, it will give us 9, while 56 divided by 8 will give us 7. If you look at the answer we got, is an improper fraction, and we can't leave our answer in this form. We have to change it to a mixed number. And changing 9 over 7 to a mixed number means we'll be dividing 9 by 7, and 9 divided by 7 will give us 1, remainder 2. Therefore, our final answer will be 1 whole number 2 over 7. It means that 9 over 7 is the same thing as 1 whole number 2 over 7. That is our answer in its lowest term. Secondly, we'll be expressing 45 to 1 hour. When you're expressing quantities of different units, you have to ensure that both quantities are of the same unit before you begin your calculation. And here we have 45 in minutes, and we have the one in hours. And the smaller unit is minutes, so it will be better that we change our 1 hour to 45 minutes before we simplify. All right. How many minutes make 1 hour? I'm sure you remember that rhyme. 60 seconds make 1 minute. 60 minutes make 1 hour. 24 hours make 1 day. So 60 minutes makes 1 hour. So we'll be replacing, in place of 1 hour, we'll write 60. So we have 45 over 60. And 45 over 60 can be divided by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9, and 60 divided by 5 is equals to 12. Alright, next we'll be learning how to solve problems on ratio. We're learning how to solve problems on ratio. One common importance or use of ratio is sharing. Ratio is used commonly to share. It could be used to share money, to share profit, to share loss, to share anything. And number 1 question here says, share 40 kg in the ratio 2:3. Share 40 kilograms in the ratio 2:3. All right. The first thing to do is we add our ratio. Our ratio is 2:3, and the quantity to be shared is 40 kg or 40 kilogram. The first thing we do is we add our ratio, which is 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. We are sharing 40 kg into 2 parts and also into 3 parts. What we do now is we'll try to find 2 out of 5 of 40, 2 out of 5 of 40 for 2, and 3 out of 5 of 40 for 3 parts. For 2, we'll do 2 over 5 of 40. At the end of our calculation, we'll write down our units, which is kg. And I'm sure you all remember that of in mathematics means multiplication. So we have 2 over 5 times 40 all over 1. 40 divided by 1 is equals to 40. This one is just to make your work to be uniform, because 2 over 5 is in a fraction form, so we also like the 40 to be in a fraction form. Alright. And if you look carefully, you realize that 40 can be divided by 5, so we can reduce that to its lowest term. 5 divided by 5, 1. 40 divided by 5 is 8. And 2 times 8 over 1 times 1. 2 times 8 is 16. 1 times 1 is 1. And that will give us 16. So our final answer is 16 kilogram. For 3 parts, we still do the same thing. 3 over 5 of 40, which is equals to 3 over 5 times 40 over 1. 5 divided by 5, 1. 40 divided by 5 is 8. And 3 times 8 over 1 times 1. 3 times 8 is 24 over 1. 24 divided by 1 is 24. So our answer is 24 kilograms. If you want to check whether your answer is correct, you can add your answer for 2 parts and for 3 parts. And if you add 16 plus 24, 16 plus 24 will give us 40. It means our calculation is very correct. Next question. Alex and Helen shared their pocket money of 600 naira in the ratio of 3:5. How much did each person receive? Alex and Helen shared their pocket money of 600 naira in the ratio of 3:5. How much did each person receive or collect? All right. The ratio in this question is 3:5. And the persons sharing 600 naira here are Alex and Helen. Alex is the one Alex is receiving 3 parts, while Helen will be receiving 5 parts. Alright. Like we did in the previous question, we'll be adding our ratio. 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. And then we'll be finding how much Alex will receive and how much Helen will receive. For Alex's share is 3 out of 8. So for Alex, it will be 3 over 8 times 3 over 8 of 600. 3 over 8 of 600. And like we did, we change our off to times and write 600 over 1. I believe you have not forgotten your timetable and your multiplication. So we'll be dividing 600 by 8. Or you can also reduce it to the lowest term. Any method that you employ will give the same answer. I would like to reduce 608 to its lowest term. Alright. I want to use 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 6 divided by 4 is 1. Remainder 2. I'll write my 2 here. Becomes 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And 0 divided by 4 is 0. I can still reduce further. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 15 divided by 2 is 7. Remainder 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I have 3 times 75 divided by 1 times 1. 3 times 75, 3 times 5 is 15, and 3 times 7 plus 1 is 22. So Alex's share of 600 naira will be 225 naira. Next, we'll get Helen's share of the money, which is 5/8 of 600. I'll quickly change our off to times, which is 5/8 times 600/1. Since we have reduced 608 earlier, and our answer was 75, there's no need to repeat that procedure again. You just write 8 here 1, 8 here 75. And then we multiply 5 times 75. 5 times 5 is 25. Write 5 and carry 2. And 5 times 35, 5 times 7 is 35. 35 plus 2 is 37. So Helen's share of that money is equals to 375. Like I said, all right. To do a rough check of our work, we'll add 225 naira plus 375 naira. And if you take your time to add 225 naira and 375 naira, it will give you 600. Thank you. I have the homework for you. Number 1 question says, in a box, there are 20 balls. 4 are red, 10 are green, and 6 are blue. A. What is the ratio of blue to green balls? What is the ratio of blue to green balls? And B. What is the ratio of red to blue balls? What is the ratio of red to blue balls? And the second question, you will be expressing these quantities from question 2 to question 4 as fractions in their lowest term. Number 2 question says 8 oranges to 30 apples. 8 oranges to 30 apples. Number 3, 20 centimeters to 1 meter. 20 centimeters to 1 meter. And number 4 question says 48 seconds to 2 minutes. 48 seconds to 2 minutes. Number 5, share 540 liters in the ratio 4:5. Share 540 liters in the ratio of 4:5. And lastly, share 200 naira in the ratio of 1:3. Share 200 naira in the ratio of 1:3. All right. I would like you to answer these questions. All right. Send your answers to my phone number written here or to my email address. Thank you. Have a wonderful time and continue to stay safe.